If we're abusing how we use water, if we're just using lots of water all the time, not thinking about how we're using it, we may only get, let's just say 5 years out of the rest of the life of that system before we start having issues with it.
Ask the Pumper Dude, ask the Pumper Dude, ask the Pumper Dude, ask the Pumper Dude. Answering your questions in the pod shed right now. Please give us a like, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep you flowing and dry inside.
So as a homeowner, what can I do in the house to help protect my septic system? What things can I do that are going to be beneficial? And what things am I doing that are actually causing trouble for me down the road? So the main thing that homeowners can do to really benefit their septic system, the one thing that homeowners can really control is the water use. So just the quick rundown of what's happening. Anytime we run water in the house, that water runs through the plumbing, heads out to the septic tank. That septic tank works full of water. So every ounce of water that comes in from the house pushes the same amount of water out to the drain field. There's 2 layers of solids in the septic tank. They separate and go to the top and to the bottom. And in the middle part of the septic tank is where the cleanest water is. On the back side of the tank, we have what's called an outlet device. And basically it's a pipe or a concrete box that goes down into that middle part of the tank and allows that clean water to go out to the drain field and hold back those 2 layers of solids. So how does water use in the house affect this? When we use water for a long period of time, as that water is coming into the tank, it's going to start to churn the tank. It's going to start making a circular motion like this. And that's going to take those solids from the top and start mixing them into the middle, and take the solids from the bottom and mix into the middle. So if we're doing lots of loads of laundry, we have lots of people taking showers, having the dishwasher going and the water softener going, and having all these items run at the same time for a long period of time, we get into a situation where those solids start to mix into that middle zone and they get pushed out to the drain field. So this isn't a situation where, one time I ran 5 loads of laundry and I got home from vacation and now I've ruined my system. That's not how it works. But it's a mindset and your habits of how you use water in the house over the course of the life of your system. That's going to make a big difference. So what we're talking about is, the average lifespan of a septic system is 30, 40, if you're lucky, 50 years. So let's say you bought a house and the system is 20 years old. If we're abusing how we use water, if we're just using lots of water all the time, not thinking about how we're using it, we may only get, let's just say 5 years out of the rest of the life of that system before we start having issues with it. Because remember, when we're using all that water, we're pushing solids out to the drain field, and that's what is not allowing the drain field to last as long as possible. So the better we can control that water use in the house, the longer that drain field is going to last. And that's what's most important to us as a homeowner. I don't want to have to replace that drain field for as long as possible, right? So things to think about in the house. The number one thing is laundry. It's best to spread the loads out throughout the week. It's better to do 1 a day than do them all in 1 day. If you're doing 2 in a day, it's best to do 1 in the morning, 1 later at night. So the more you can spread it out, what's happening is we use water, it starts to mix the tank, but then when we let it rest, those solids will settle back out, and then we just start the process again. So it's really protecting the drain field, keeping that middle part of the septic tank as clean as possible. So laundry is a huge one. Certainly getting converted to a high efficiency washer makes an enormous difference. It uses a lot less water, and that's very important with what we're talking about here. So along with laundry, you want to be thinking about your dishwasher. showers, your water softener, any of these things that are using a large amount of water, we want to avoid running them all at the same time. Life can get busy. We start running the dishwasher. We throw a load of laundry in. The water softener is set to go off at the same time. Somebody goes and takes a shower, and somebody else is running a bath. They let that drain out at the same time, and all of a sudden we get in this habit where we're using water, all these different items at the same time, and that's going to have a negative effect on your septic system. So the more you can just be conscious of it, let your family members know and understand why it's important to space things out. Just try not to run everything at the same time. If you're running a load of laundry at 7 o'clock at night and you got to run the dishwasher that night, set it to go off at 3 or 4 in the morning so it spaces it out as much as possible. And just be aware of how you're using your water, and that's really going to help you get as much life out of the system as you can. And that's the most important thing in taking care of your system, is doing the things that are going to allow it to last as long as possible. So have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.